proper tool name is reciprocating saw. Every carpenter calls it a Sawzall because Milwaukee was the first one to make it, and they called it a Sawzall. Okay? This is really not a finish tool. It's a rough cutting, get it done tool, basically. It can cut anything from wood, metal, copper, just about any wood or metal you can think of. The only thing it can't cut is glass. I don't think that works very well on here. Plastic, it could.
Yeah.
All right. So with that, we have a variety of blades. So I'm going to set these blades right over here. So maybe just a standard wood cutting blade. And guess where most of the cutting action happens on that blade?
At the
Middle of the back.
Right here, okay? For some reason, people forget they still have this couple inches they can use. But just you look at every blade, and it pretty much seems to be in the middle 2/3 we cut. And that's all right. So general purpose wood cutting blade. Now, I'm not sure if you guys know what a hacksaw is, but it cuts metal, okay? And a hacksaw blade has very fine teeth. I could try to cut wood with it, but I would be there forever and ever because of the small set, the wood fibers get stuck in the teeth. Try cutting metal with that, the blade's going to last about that long. It's not going to last. Well, a lot of times in remodeling, we're taking things out quickly. Nails and everything. So with that now, you want, I call it a combination type blade. Okay, let me find the right one here. Yeah, this one's fine. Okay, this is a combination wood nail cutting blade. It'll cut right through nails, and it will last a while. Okay, I mean it's not going to last 8 hours a day, but it's going to cut through those nails and no sweat. Okay. Here's another general purpose blade. It says bimetal, okay? Meaning this one can cut metal and cut wood. That'd also be a nail blade, okay? So just two different brands, okay? But both can cut through nails very easily, very readily. And that's really handy, especially in remodeling. Let's say I have a wall with studs in there and they're nailed in between the top and bottom plates. I want to take those studs out and put a door in there. Easy. Take the metal cutting blade, come right down to the bottom where the stud meets the plate, and just cut right through. And then cut right through.
What makes that one more better for plastic?
Does it say plastic on here? It's probably, I'm going to say it's the teeth design. Okay? Yeah, so the way they designed the teeth. This one is strictly wood. You can see how it's designed here.
This one's kind of has a double.
This one's got all kinds of teeth on there if you look at it, right? And even this one's got some unique teeth, where this one is just very fine. So, I've honestly never, well, I'll take that back. Cutting plastic pipe and stuff when you're a plumber, yeah, they could use that. Okay? But I'm not a plumber, so I won't claim I know the right blades.
I've used it for PVC piping.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Worked great.
All right, so that's the blades. Okay? Now, the saw itself is very simple. All it does is this backwards forward motion. Okay? This saw does have an adjustment. This is one of our newer saws. Okay? The older saws, it was always like, you guys are like, you see like a train, old-fashioned train that does this, right? Chug, chug, chug. Well, these saws kind of do that too, because it cuts, moves up, which is the same action you'd be using with a handsaw. But you can set this one for either just straight back and forth, or what we call the oscillating. See that kind of looks like a circle there? So that's that oscillating, which really is a better way to cut. I think, and again, not the expert, I think this position is better for metal. But again, I'd be lying to you. Because this is the only saw I have that has this adjustment. Okay? All right. The other part is now just putting the blades in. So let's grab a blade. This one looks good. Okay? Gonna fit across there? Perfect. Wood cutting blade? Perfect. Now, on this saw, it's a little bit awkward. Okay? But what I can do is I push this out, I can get this out of my way. I don't have to, but sometimes I find it's easier. Now I twist this. See what I'm doing here? Twist. I'm twisting counterclockwise. Just opens up the jaw. Set the blade all the way in.
Doesn't matter which way the blade is pointed.
Actually, no. Fact is, if you want to cut really close and flush to something so you can get the machine up really close to the edge here, you can put it in that direction.
Okay.
Okay? If I'm using the saw and using it, the saw itself to hold it against the wood as I'm cutting, I'd put it in this direction. So it doesn't matter, it's going to hold either way. Now other types, my original Sawzall has a Allen wrench, Allen screw right there. You loosen it up and put it in. Okay? I've seen another one by DeWalt. You push the lever right there and it opens it up. Okay? Out of all of them, you know, Sawzall is a very good brand and you pay the price for it. Okay? Good brand, nothing against the others. Everybody has a Sawzall. Okay, so now I just need to put the shoe back in. Okay? And just lock it down. Now the shoe, you can set it out for different distances, and it depends what kind of leverage you want to get when you're cutting. You do have to hold this, especially with wood, you have to hold it against the object you're cutting, or it's just going to bounce all around. You'll have no control. Now at other times you don't care, you just want to cut it and get it out of there. So we're going to try to do today, change the blade, okay? We're just going to take a block here, and on this block of wood, this 4x4, I'm just going to mark a couple guidelines. Is this going to be perfectly clean cut and square?
No.
It's going to be close, okay? It's going to be close. So, there we go. Check for ground plug. And we are good to go. Okay, you can see it's, even itself, it kind of bounces around on the table. That's normal. Nothing wrong with that. Okay? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set right against here. Okay, see how I'm doing here? You see it bounces all around. Hard to control. Instead, come up here. See how I rolled it in there? Okay, so you have to do that rolling action. It wants to go every which way. Just so I can prove you wrong, go ahead and try it. Just try to make this cut right here. Okay? Nope. If you start off like that,
You hit the table.
it's gonna
You're going
you're gonna be sorry. You want the tool to rest against it here. Okay? You gotta rest. I mean, yeah, you come down like that. See what happens? It goes all over the place. Other thing is hold here. You got some control. But rest the tool against it. Okay? And you kind of like pivot it in like so. But let's just see how well you can find the mark. And all I want you to do is make a cut like that as best you can on that line.